Don't think. Feel. It is like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger. Falling is all the heavenly glow. Do you understand?
Hi, my friends. Hi. All right, I want to talk about the same regimen as I titled this video. And basically, I want to just talk about the regimen I've been going through, been following on a daily basis, and how important it is to stay on track with the right regimen. So, I think that, as we all know, once you start on a language, you want to have a solid schedule of what you need to do, what you're going to be doing on a daily basis. Okay, if you don't have that, then you're going to fall off. You may even get bored. It may start feeling like work, and eventually we know what happens. You end up just quitting the language, and we don't want that. So I think it's very important to find the right regimen to follow and stick with it. So for me, what I am doing is for Czech. I want to use Czech since that's the language I've been really drilling at intensively lately. As you guys know, I have 4 languages I'm studying actively: Czech, Cantonese, Somali, and German. Okay, so what am I doing with those 4 languages? First of all, Czech is every day. I do Czech every day. Okay, I do 2 languages a day, but Czech is every day. So for example, let's say today is Monday, right? I wake up in the morning, which is normally 6:30, 7 o'clock, so I can feed my daughters, change them and whatnot. And then I start my Czech off. When I do that, I start off by listening to the radio station or a dialogue from whatever textbook I'm using. Teach Yourself, Colloquial, or any of those books. Have the audio playing while I'm changing my daughters, while I'm feeding them, changing, that good stuff. And then after that, once I put them back to sleep, then I go through some exercises. You guys have seen those videos I made for the exercises. I do that. Okay, I do that. Spend about 30 minutes to an hour doing exercises. Then I'll do some reading. I'll read through one of the books I'm using for Czech. Okay, I do that. Then after that, I forgot something. Minecraft. After I put my daughters to sleep, before I get to the exercises, I need to watch my Minecraft, which is about 25 to 30 minutes. You guys have probably seen the videos I've been liking and favoriting lately. Those Minecraft videos where the guy just speaks in Czech and he plays the Minecraft game. I like to watch those every day. And normally they're about 25 to 30 minutes. So I watch those, and then after I'm done with those, then I get to my exercises. Spend about 30 minutes to an hour doing exercises. Then I start to read. I read something. It could be either from Teach Yourself, it could be from Colloquial, any of the books I'm using for reading. Okay. Even Link. If I go to the Steve Kaufman site, and read something from there, but I need to read something, I need to spend at least 30 minutes to an hour reading. Okay. And after I do that, I go ahead and I go to either a chat room or I just chat with some of my friends, my native friends, Czech friends. And I think I've been doing that more than going to the chat rooms. Actually, I have a lot of natives on my Facebook. So I get to chat with them on a daily basis, pretty much every day. I'm chatting with like maybe 2 or 3 Czechs at one time. So that's what I do. And then after that, I think by the time I get done chatting, it's already like maybe 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock or something like that. After going through all those exercises I just explained. Now I may have to take some breaks in between if I have to meet with a student, but normally in the morning time it's free. I don't have to meet with anyone unless I have to. Someone change their time or whatever. But normally the mornings are free for me, so I take care of all that early in the morning. So that's why I love getting up. I'm glad that I have to get up and feed my daughters because I get to start the day off. Sometimes after I feed them, I will go lay down, get an hour's sleep, depending on how late I stay up, because sometimes I'm really tired. But usually I just start my regimen. So after that, once 6 o'clock comes, then I change to another language. So let's say, Cantonese. I start doing Cantonese. Now, the thing about that, I can't do it as intense as I would do for Czech. It's a little different. I can do it. I can study a lot, but when I get on Czech, it's very intensive, very, very, very intensive. Okay, but when I do Cantonese, basically, I'm gonna do the same thing, do some exercise, do some reading, and that's it. And I rarely chat with anyone in Cantonese online. I just really don't. So I follow this regimen every day, every single day. Czech is every day, and then my other languages that I'm studying actively are juggled. Okay, and I enjoy doing this. I don't feel like it's work. I don't feel like it's it's tiring or it's taking too long. I'm not making any progress or whatever. I'm making a lot of progress. And this is just my opinion, but I feel that, and I want to say this because I noticed, I've read, even on a forum, I read a thread of some guy. He said he was studying for like 6 or 7 months, just doing passive. And he didn't feel that he was learning anything, I feel like this because I've already been it's been 4 months since I've been learning Czech. It's been 4 months, and I feel that I made a lot of progress. Why? Not because I've been doing a lot of listening, not because I've been doing a lot of reading. Now those are part of it. Those are part of the reasons why. But I've also been getting out there and using a lot of the stuff that I've learned on native speakers. A lot of the stuff in my exercise, I get out there right away and use it. And this right here is enjoyable for me. Like everyone says, you have to find something that's enjoyable, find something that keeps you going. And already studying a language keeps me going, it keeps me excited. But when I'm actually using stuff and I'm speaking with natives and I'm starting in a lot of the stuff that I've been using on them and the stuff they've been using on me starts to grow on me, that's very, very motivating. Very, very motivating. Now, of course, I don't have all the vocabulary to have a fluent conversation with them all the time. I have to use a dictionary. I have to use Google Translate to translate what they're saying sometimes because obviously I don't know everything, But that's fine because what happens is I have a notepad titled Czech Notes, and whatever they type to me and I don't understand, I copy and paste it to my Czech Notes. And then what would I do? I study it. I use it in my exercises. And I use it on native speakers. That's what I do. And what's the result? And what's the consequences of doing that? The stuff grows on me. I never forget it. Why? Because I've been using it. And then I see it again. So to me, active, like a non-active and active to me is basically this. Active is when I am not only reading and listening, but I'm also talking with natives, using stuff that I've learned through making these exercises, making up sentences, posting on forums in the target language and whatnot. All that stuff, that's all active to me. Even face to face, engaging in the conversation or trying to use whatever you learn, a couple words, phrases with a native speaker. That's all activeness to me. That's all activeness because I know that stuff that I'm using, that stuff is growing on me quickly. Non-active to me is when I'm just reading and listening. For example, I'll take a language like Dutch. I'm not doing anything for Dutch but listening and reading. That's it. I listen and I read. Listen and read. Listen and read. And I make reading practice videos. That's all I do. So basically, I don't count that as an active language. That's not an active language to me. But to some people that is considered active. That is considered active to some people, which is fine. Everyone has their own definition of what active and non-active is, but that's what my definition is. When I'm able to use the stuff I learned with native speakers, that's what's active to me. So I encourage people, like the guy on the forum, he was saying how he didn't feel that he was learning anything because he was doing all this listening stuff. I mean, you're going to learn eventually, but it's going to take you longer. If you just sit there and listen and read and not do anything else, it's going to take you a long time. And this is why I've been getting a lot of questions and people asking me, how do I use the ADVERTISEMENT? And I've been seeing people say stuff like, well, is it possible to learn to eventually start speaking the language through just listening through ADVERTISEMENT, just following along? I think it's possible, but it's going to take you a long time. But if you're using like this, if you're making exercises, using stuff right away with native speakers, then you're gonna feel that progress hit you. You're gonna feel a lot of improvement after. I would say after at least 3 or 4 months, you're gonna start really feeling it. Because that's what I'm feeling it right now with Czech. I'm not fluent yet, but I'm starting to feel a lot of stuff grow on me. And what I mean by that is I can have like when I speak with someone, I can construct sentences right off the top of my head without thinking. And that's because of the experience. That's because of the experience I had using certain things with native speakers. You see, so yeah, I think the reading and listening, like the active and non-active, I think there are two types of people. People who have a job, they have to work like 50, 60 hours a week. They literally have no time to do anything else, like as far as exercises and all the stuff. Pretty much the active stuff. They don't have time for that. I think those people will fall into the non-active group because it's easy. It's easy to read and listen. It's very, very easy. It's going to take time. Sure, it's going to take a lot of time. All right, sorry about that, guys. I was on my phone and that video got cut for somebody trying to call me. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of time. I believe it's going to take a lot of time. It already takes a lot of time to learn the language. But I think that when you do it intensively, do it actively, like how I just explained, you will start learning stuff rapidly. Like the stuff just grows on you because you're using it with the native speakers and you're seeing it. And especially if you're reading and listening at the same time, a lot of stuff that you're using is going to come up again. And it's going to help you retain it. So, like I said, I think that for people who work, they work a full-time job, 60 hours. They working like 60 hours, 50 hours a week. They don't have time to do extra stuff. I think they can't go wrong. They can't go wrong with doing like going with a non-active. They can't possibly go wrong with that. Going with a non-active approach because, like I said, it's easy to read and listen. You can spend like an hour a day doing that and be okay. But if you have time, you say you have, I got 5 hours a day, 6 hours to put into language learning, then I think that you will be good if you try to do the active. I think it will be the best thing to do because you will learn a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude this video. I wanted to upload it from my phone, but I got my phone cut off, so I'm gonna have to use Adobe to put these two videos together. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. But hey, like I said, that's my opinion, and I just want to share my experience with you guys and give you some more encouragement on keeping the regimen going and how effective it is. So that's it. I look forward to any comments or video responses.